Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Tom Mizzle. You watch my channel Mizzle 14, and I'm here doing a review of Sistas Season 1, Episode 7. It started off when it ended last week where Karen and Aaron was kissing. Zach rolled up. No, he rolled up. He biked up to them, walked in and saw them. After he left the kiss, she was stunned about the kiss. She said, "You kissed me?" He said, "Yes," and stuff. Zach saw it, and it's crazy. He got upset. He got pissed off. He said, "Oh, you moved on too fast." She said, "Yes." They had back and forth, back and forth. He tried to come back and see what's going on. And he said, "Boy, bye," all that stuff, "Get out of here," saying all that stuff. And Zach is so crazy. Zach is upset because he said, "See, this is talk about. You always talking down on me. You always make me feel like I'm less than a man. You always grabbing the balls. You tell Aaron, he said, listen, don't mess, get away from her because she gonna talk to you like she talked to me like that. She gonna emasculate you." I said, "Boy, all right, all right." Granted, whatever, Karen has a way her words. She does. She come harsh, but at the same time, that's listen. You made her like that because you been cheating, constantly cheating on her, so she feels kind of jaded towards you. Now, it is understandable that she is probably moving too fast. I don't know. The fact that she probably not over, she needs to get rid of her feelings completely away over Zach, then before she get rid of Aaron. Now, if her feelings is still confused and mixed up in a way, then it's not gonna be well, and she's still gonna be feeling some type of way about men and angriness and have some bitterness, and probably take it out on Aaron. Now, after Zach left, Aaron flipped the script. I was saying, hold up, see, I like Aaron, he's fine and all, but he is really too headstrong, and he's really. You talk about Cameron, talk about how she. So he told Cameron, he said, "Listen, I'm not that man. I'm not that dude, and you're not gonna tell me to shut." Cause she was like, he was about to say something. She said, "Oh, shut up, let's come inside." He said, I'm not going inside." She said, "Excuse me." He said, you don't tell me to shut up. I'm not this. I'm not that dude. Or that's like that. I'm not one. I'm not one like that. So you need to learn how to talk to people. You know how to talk to people like you talk down to people. You gotta know how to use the words. You need to be aware and everything. And I said, "Oh my gosh, what is this?" like, I'm so confused how he flipped off. Like, understand where he coming from about using your words, know how to talk to people, don't emasculate somebody, and all that stuff. But the fact that you so flipped on her because you want her to be away, you can't talk to me like that. That's not gonna have to go down. I'm gonna go home. You call me when you settle down and let me know that you know how to talk to someone correctly. You need to think about what your words. You need to think about. I would say, listen, you is not her father for you to be going off like that to tell her what she needs to do and what she not to do. Now, he left. Karen went upstairs. Her mother was inside. She wanted to get her Tupperware that Karen borrowed, and she never gave it back for a while. So the mom's sitting there, and the mom's like a little bikish ass chick, well, bike and everything, and a little jacket and all that stuff. And tell her, say, "Oh, who's this guy outside? Who's this accountant guy?" He said he's not an accountant, so like that. What's going on? You still have feelings with Zach and all that stuff. Karen asked her mother, "What's the advice?" The mother said, "Do what's best for you, but you need to apologize to that boy Aaron because he's kind of right in some way, and you gotta know what you gotta do." The mother says she's on a date named Jose. Here's the information, and this is contact information. If I go missing, there's a go. And she said, "Mom, tell me what to do. What I gotta do is you figure it out. You go figure it out." And left her. And I said, "Okay, you will figure it out. You better got to." But the nerve of Em to flip on her like that, I was like, wow. But it is what it is. Now, Annie's at the office, and she's working late. We have a cleaner lady cleaning the office and a thing. She walked inside the thing. She didn't know that anybody was still there. So her and Annie started talking and everything, and it was like a while. And it's the lady, clean lady, Miss Irene, and she said, "You're beautiful, young woman, smart, everything. You be lucky," because she thinks she was married. And she said, "Oh, I'm not married." He said, "Well, really lucky was like a guy and everything. You be real. I know you could take care of yourself. You know you're a good girl. I could tell by your trash, that how you handle your trash, because you learn a lot. People, you can learn a lot from people how they about their trash." She said she double bag her rotten food. She don't use the gum. She recycles and everything. And you can tell that she really take care of herself and all that stuff. So after Andy was hearing all this stuff from her, Andy said thank you. She said, well, thank you before for reminding me who I am. And she said, you didn't need me to tell you that. You can look at yourself in your mirror. And that's just, I like that phrase because I like to say, like, sometimes you got to look in within yourself. You got to look at yourself and say that you know you are worth it. You know you got it like that. And you know you should not be settling for less. So her dealing with Gary is not a right thing to do. She should have let that go. But she needs to know her self-worth. Because she knew her self-worth, she would not be messing with a married man. And going through all this craziness that she's going through with Gary. So I guess she needed that reminder and say, like, listen, I am beautiful. I know my worth. I am this. I'm in that. I'm a good catch. And I should deserve someone who could be there for me and only me and not with all this baggage. So I like that. So later on, Miss Eileen passed out and everything because she was cleaning. Gary came to the office. She said, you can't come to my job. What's going on? You know you got your wife got a PI following you everywhere, and this is the worst place to come in. He said, oh, when you gonna come home? She said, I come home when I come home. Like, I'm going out with the girls and everything. I'm joining. He said, come home, all that stuff. And she said, whatever, we can't do this and all like that. You come in here, all that stuff like that. Leave, go on. He said, go come on. She said, I come home afterwards. And he said, we could talk. He said, yes. He said, good. And then he about to go in and kiss her. And okay, he said, the cameras is here. And he said, what were you thinking when you come to the office? He said, tell him I'm looking for the divorce. I said, at that damn late night, come on now, boy. Come on. I like, you can tell he's very possessive in some way and all that stuff. So then he left out. And that's when she found Miss Irene passed out in the office. So she took Miss Irene to the hospital. She called 911. And Miss Irene was also telling Andy about her son. And she want her son to meet him, and she was saying she seen someone. He said, "Oh, that's his lord, and he's a good catch and everything. He be well, or he's a good guy. He be good for him, or stuff like that." So she was trying to do a hookup. So they took her to the hospital. Apparently, Paris came, who is the grandson, but she told her about her son. Well, same thing. And he's in there. He's like, "Oh my gosh!" You can tell he really loved his grandmother, and that's the only person he got right now. So he's so destroyed everything. And the grandma said, he said, you gotta take it easy. You supposed to be tired, and you kept working, you keep doing it. And sometimes I know older people that I know who really don't like to sit down. They really like to be active. Like, don't sit down and once they and just do things. And I said, that's who she is. Let her be. Let your mom, let your grandma do her. So the grandma said, listen, this is Paris, this is my grandson, this is my son Paris, this is the son I was talking about, and I was like, take her home, take your time, take her home, and then you come back to me and stuff like that. He said, Grandma. Well, she said, no, cause Andy was called Cameron and got a ride for Cameron, but Cameron was gonna come on the way to pick her up. And she said, no, just take her home, take her home, do what you gotta do, come back, take your time. Don't be rushing. And he said, Grandma, did she fake this? She said, no. This is the doctor. Did she fake this? She said, no. Her signs is really real. She was like that. So even though she didn't fake it, she is trying to push on Andy in Paris and hook them up together. So Paris took Andy home, and they did a small talk and the thing. He said he's good. He got her eye color. He got everything correctly. I said, oh, he is very observant. And he's good. He said he's trying to get ladies in the church, and a lot of ladies is not. They all covered up. They're not showing them real selves. And he said, when he get to Andy, she's beautiful, all that stuff. And him talk, and he drove her home. Nice little building. Hugged her. He said, "Thank you. You don't know what it means to me. Save my grandmother." So and he looked like he was about to choke up, like he was about to cry. And to the home. And I said, what if Gary saw that? Because you know how he is, like, okay, because he's always going on more like, do you got another man, all that stuff. So mind you, all right, we'll see about that. It showed the preview that he was questioning her about what he's seen or something like that. I said, oh, you got some nerve to be questioning her, and you the one who's married. All right. So The girls supposed to meet up together at the girls' night out. Sabrina was there by herself, waiting for everybody. She called everyone and said, where y'all hell y'all at? That's what she's basically saying. Getting hit on by this freaking guy saying he sing all the blue R&B and blues. I said, well, the B and the blues is B and R&B, but the blues is blues. So why you go see R&B and blues? So, okay, whatever. And he was trying to mac, and the game was whack. And she looking beautiful too. I love Sabrina. Like she got her hair knotted up and everything, a little green dress. She was drinking her red wine, all that stuff. So after Zach left from Karen, he went home. He upset. He lived with Danny now. Well, upset, slammed the door. She said, "What you gonna be slamming the door like that, boy? The landlord is downstairs. Don't you know that?" And they all whispering. He said, "Why are we whispering?" He said, I told you the landlord downstairs, all that stuff." So they talking about, Zach was talking about how he met Karen. She's moved on to this guy named Aaron, whatever his name is, and Aaron, and this is that. And Danny didn't know, because apparently Danny did not know that Karen was seeing somebody named Aaron. So, because Karen don't really tell Danny that much stuff. Karen and Andy close. And so like that. So Danny didn't know. He said, "Oh, you didn't know? Oh, you knew y'all trying to set me up or something like that." So basically, he's kind of in his feelings and jealous. And he said, "She always talk about why you don't do this, why you don't do that, always do this, always going on, always coming at me." And so I said, "That's why I do what I do." So he feel all stressed out. So he want that freaking pin again. And she said, "Oh boy, no today." He said, "Why are you so scared? You might want to say I would say something about you, say something to you." He said, "Boy, I ain't really scared of you or stuff." So after a while, after all that talking, she said, here, whatever, here. You better be careful because that weed is not good. It's gonna have you doing something, so you better stop. So he took the pen and went inside the bathroom. They were talking. She tried to get her pen back. And he was locked himself in the bathroom and stuff. She tried to get in. He was not trying to let her out. Gotta go to the bathroom. I said, cool. Now, he's in the bathroom, in the tub with the thing. I said, ooh, like Zach's body is big. And he's in that tub. I said, ooh. So Danny said, I need my pen. Give me my pen back. So she took the knife and went and got inside the bathroom, talking about that. And they talking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you can tell he's kind of a little jealous. And he said, "Oh, this is that. They know they talk about you and so like that, and then all the craziness. That's why I saw." She said, "What? What they say about me? What they say about me?" And I said, "Oh, you know when him smoking, he tells the truth. He tells it all." So he said, "That's why she ain't there. They ain't there for you like that. They talk about you and so like that." He said, "So what Karen said about me?" The first thing he said, I could not hear what he said, but he basically said she's a freeloader. No, she's a freeloader. She eats a lot. She can't keep a man. And she too ratchet that they don't want to take her anywhere. And I said, ooh, okay. So, Danny's her feelings as she heard that. Because, it cuts her to the core to hear that her friends are talking about her. And they're coming from Zach, who like to spill his damn truth or spill his honesty when he's smoking and high. So she believed that every word that he said. Now, whether Karen did said that about Danny, we'll find out if that happened. But Danny gonna go to the club pissed off. So Sabrina's there waiting. She calling everyone. Karen's on the way. Karen came outside, and the white little chick who was Aaron's ex-wife now, they got divorced, stayed at the night. She said, "What that?" By her car. First, I thought they did something to her car. Because I was like, what the hell? I ain't seen no rain. So her car's all wet up. I said, did it mess up her car? It was basically wet. I guess it was raining or something like that. It was wet. Standing by her car, looking at the shovel, she said, and the camera said, what the hell? What? How you know when I work? She said, I follow you and all that stuff like that. And when you at my job and at my house and all that stuff, what the hell going on? Because she's following Aaron. And she saw Aaron kiss her and all that stuff. And she said, I just want to let you know, like that. We got divorced and all that stuff. I give you money. This is that. She said, girl, bye. I don't want to deal with you, man. Listen. Get out of here. If you come back to my place again, I will whip your ass. Like, get out of here, whatever. So she's on the phone with Sabrina. She was like, tell Sabrina to hang up the phone. So Sabrina said, don't hang up the phone. You probably need a witness like that. Keep on the phone and let me hear what's going on. I said, that's what a good friend would do. Boy, girl, you got somebody next to your car at that house. You better stay on the phone. So she said, she knows she's not to try with me because, you know, my mother raised me something right, and she took me some things, and she messed with the wrong one. So the lady left. I said, what the hell this lady's doing? Like, you really want her to leave the man alone. Like, listen, she don't want your man right now. It's like, it is what it is. They not together, they're talking. So she called Aaron, and he said, oh, did you calm down? She said, yup. Did you think about what I said about this earlier? She said, yup. He said, what's going on? She said, I got a question. I got to tell you something. She said, okay, cool. What's up? Let me ask you this. Tell that bitch of an ex-wife of yours, if she come by my job in my house again, I will beat her ass. And that's what it is. Click. And that's how it is. Yeah, she thought about what you said, and she gonna curse you behind too. So, no. She thought about it, and she kept going to what she said. So she gonna talk to you how she talk to you. Take it or leave it. Alright? That's how I do it. Okay, so Karen got to the place. Her Sabrina talk. Danny got there on her feelings, and she want to know what's up with Danny. She said, let me ask you something. Let me feel over. Do you have a problem with me? Like, listen, let me know. What's going on? Let me know something. And she said, you embarrassing me? Do I take it granted? She said, do I feel over y'all? So somebody says, she said, well, you do have a habit of cashing in as other people dying. And so, you know, Danny was on her feelings. So the guy was trying to give Sabrina a drink. She said, buy me a drink. He said, well, you want to get to know her, you got to get to know me. So she left with the thing. Alright, so Karen came and they talked a little bit about it. They said about the girl, talk about the wife, the ex-wife of the guy she's seeing. And she said, what, Aaron? I ain't seen the guy. She said, oh, that's a long story, nothing to do about that. So she went to say hi to Danny, and Danny said like this, flipped the bird on her. I was like, Danny, really? I was like, okay. And basically that was it. That was Sistas, y'all. It wasn't that much. I mean, it ended where Paris dropped Andy off, and I talked about that earlier in this video. He dropped her off, and she went upstairs, and that's why we gonna find out about next week. Gary questioning Andy because he probably saw her out. He probably was watching and saw her coming out the car of the other guy, so he gonna be in his feelings about that. But Danny's in her feelings, so we find out more about the breakdown between those two when she come back to the table and question Karen about things. I'm looking forward to what's transpire further with Andy and Paris, because Paris look like a good guy too. He got that nice baritone voice, and he talk all smooth and thing and look good looking. I said, what the hell Tyler Perry getting these guys from? Like, they all nice looking people. Like, most of the cast are good looking people. The girls, the guys, beautiful people. So I was like, okay. Okay, y'all. But that was Sistas. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me how y'all feel about this episode. Share my videos. And talk to y'all later, alright? Peace.